let's say I do gaslight my audience. Who freaking cares?
This channel is not a weight loss channel.
You don't send a huge pie and bread to a weight loss channel. You don't do it.
Again, not a weight loss channel.
If anything, I should be like the walking example of what not to be and to lose your weight. I feel like in my past life, I was a doctor or a nurse.
No one cares!
I lost control of my bowels and I pooped my pants. Potatoes, man.
Hey girls. Okay, we're gonna start off this video with a bunch of random tea that has happened these past couple of days. First, we have yet another Instagram handle change. Amber went from Tommy's girl to Ambi to now Slammy's girl. Oh, all within the course of 3 weeks, by the way. She said she noticed the reaction channels and others calling Emily Tommy Slammy, so she thought why not play along. I thought she didn't watch reaction channels. Remember when we all started to call wifey, wipey, and then Amber slipped up in a live stream and called her wipey?
Are you cooking for wipey? 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 I did not drink. Oh my god. You guys are gross, by the way. That is not a thing. It's so gross. Okay.
She always ruins our fun, lol. Amber's been posting lots of videos to her socials lately, some clearly directed at Alexis and some meant for Emily.
There's literally nobody else on earth right now that feels this good right now besides me. Maybe you.
Also, Beck's mom's best friend Annie, the one who released the voice notes of Amber being horrible to Norma, who was fighting breast cancer, saying she never thanked her for the money she was going to give to her. Well, she has decided to chime in on all this mess. She commented thanking Alexis for speaking out about who Amber truly is, and Annie says she has been speaking the truth about Amber since July 2020. Annie describes Amber as a liar, user, and backstabber. Oh, and remember this TikTok video Alexis did a while back? She asked a randomized filter to show her the initial of the person that ruined her life, and it landed on A? Should have listened to that randomizer girl, lol.
Isn't that her own initial as well?
Speaking of Alexis, she has put out a part 3 and 4 spilling some more tea with receipts. So remember Amber saying she has sent Alexis plenty of money through Venmo to help her in times of need? And Amber also saying she has proof of it? Well, Amber has been saying she has proof of almost everything lately, and yet she never shows it. Alexis decided to show proof that Amber has only sent her money once, and it was $100 and was a Christmas gift.
I have proof that I sent her money on Venmo, honey. I knew that she was in need, so I literally sent her money. So
I guess she's technically not lying in the first clip, but then she proceeds to lie in the second one. And I just want to make it clear that I did not care about money at all. And if I did, I would have recorded every single conversation we had over the last year. But yeah, I mean, I was struggling when I had to leave my main job because where I worked was all over Reddit. And like, it was a very thoughtful gesture, but you don't need to lie about the reason behind it. I'm not really shocked though. There's also one last thing that I want to address before I end this video. And that is the text that I sent Amber before she called me on FaceTime on her deleted live stream.
and she gave me the ultimatum of either speak to me now or never again.
I'm sorry, Amberlynn. I didn't know that quoting an Eminem song was going to be such a definitive, upsetting moment for you. Womp womp.
Alexis has also just uploaded a Q&A this morning, so let's quickly go over some of the interesting parts.
So this question asks, did Amber say anything to you about Beck's new partner? So Amberlynn said she didn't know anything about Beck's new partner when I mentioned it to her, but then she asked to see the post, and I had made a comment like, "Aw, Becky looks so good, and their partner is like really hot." And needless to say, she did not appreciate that comment.
Well, to be honest, Beck's partner is really very, very pretty. And Beck has never looked happier. In fact, everyone that is no longer in the Amberverse really seems to be thriving these days.
The most that Amberlynn has ever said to me is basically that Becky is money hungry and is capitalizing off of their relationship through live streams. But honestly, Destiny did that too. And with what they both had to deal with, especially Becky, pop off, make your coin. The only person who hasn't spoke out about Amberlynn yet is Jade. But Jade, if you're listening, I have the platform for you to speak out on. I would love to hear from you.
Now I know a lot of us are torn about Alexis right now. Most don't know whether to love or hate her, but if she had Jade on her own channel for AQ&A, would you tune in for the tea? Now Alexis moves on to show the screenshots she was sent from random people who Emily has been talking to. If you aren't aware, Emily has been responding to quite literally anyone who DMs her, and then these people have been sending the conversations to reaction channels, IG accounts, and now apparently to Alexis. So this person commented under Alexis's TikTok video saying she wanted to show her their conversation with Emily just hours before they got back together. Then they say, heads up, Emily is full on creepin' because she just messaged me on Instagram very angry. This first conversation took place just 10 days ago. Are you and Amber really over? Unfortunately, yes. I genuinely liked being around her and spending time with her. We like a lot of the same things, but the trolls went too far. Wow, I don't know what to say. Why can't you keep in contact, but away from the public eye? Emily says, well, I found out she was talking to Erica while we were together, like the whole time. Emily then denies being into feederism. This other person then asks about Erica and her wife Brittany, and Emily says she doesn't care about them, that she's over all this drama and just wants to grieve Colleen in peace. If you don't mind me asking, how were you open to dating Amber while still grieving? Emily says, I realize now I wasn't ready, I'm just lonely and nothing can replace her. Now here's a second conversation with someone completely different. Emily says Amber needs to stop posting and let it die. I'm sure she's making a nice amount of money off me losing everything. She told me she absolutely didn't want me to watch any reaction channels, and I respected that. She made it sound like they just pick on her for views. Like silly petty stuff. I didn't know there was actual validity behind the videos. Now according to Alexis, Emily absolutely knew who Amber was before meeting her, and she was actually a fan of reaction channels.
Like, I really want to know what Tommy was thinking when she was responding to all of these random people and making these allegations that she didn't really know who Amberlynn truly was. Because I was on FaceTime when Tommy was in Oklahoma City, and in front of me, Amberlynn asked Tommy if Tommy knew more about who Amber was than she let off in the beginning. And Amberlynn had asked to see Tommy's YouTube history. And initially, Tommy lied and said that she didn't know and she didn't watch reaction channels. And then when Amberlynn was persistent that she wanted to see her YouTube history, Tommy literally turned off her phone, like right in front of me, picked it up and turned it off. Amber was eventually able to get the phone turned back on, and she looked through Tommy's YouTube history right in front of me. Needless to say, Tommy was a very active reaction channel watcher.
Now we see another DM from Emily talking about Amber. It says, she was good at making me feel good about myself. I guess that is what is considered love bombing, and I see it now. I wasn't looking for anything serious because I'm still so hurt by losing Colleen. But it felt good to have someone actually care about me again. Next, Alexis shows her and Amber's personal DMs from back in January. Alexis believes that Amber made up this whole scenario about her and her mom, but anyways, it starts with Amber saying, my mom thinks I have a crush on you. Why LOL, not sure and I ain't asking. Do you? Do I have to be honest? Yes, girl. Yes, I do. Amber then goes on to explain why she has a crush on Alexis. I've gotten to know you. The way your heart is. Because I see the love you have to give and I see how you want to be loved. Through our time growing as friends and our hours of phone calls, I have grown to like you more than a friend. Being there for you when you're sad, laughing with you, and having those silent but peaceful times on the phone with you have made me see you differently than I have before. You have the cutest smile I've ever seen. Your giggle gives me butterflies. You're a lovely person who genuinely makes me laugh, and I just want the best for you always. I want you happy. I know we will never be together, and that's okay. I love being your best friend, and that's what matters to me. You're special. So, yeah, my crush has formed recently and I wasn't going to tell you, but since you asked, I can't lie. Amber and Alexis then talk about possibly being together, and when Amber says Alexis deserves better, Alexis says she doesn't think Amber is any less than what she deserves. Amber then says she is still hung up on Jade and Danielle, being hurt by them, and that she wants to be in a better spot so they could have a good chance of them working. They decide to remain best friends, yet Alexis says she could see herself liking Amber back and wants to see if the chemistry would be there or not. That she can't afford to get into something that'll break her heart, months or years down the line again, and that she would have to really see that Amber likes her for real. Then Alexis says despite them remaining just best friends, Amber would send her videos like this.
Amberlynn, are you okay?
What? What do you mean?
All I have to say is row.
What is happening? The energy's different. The energy is a little different.
You're making the energy different. Shut the fuck up. So, like, what was I supposed to think? And this type of behavior was displayed on and off throughout our entire friendship, whether she or I were seeing someone else. The only difference is when I was seeing someone else, I did not participate.
Alexis acts so innocent, but she and Amber clearly had feelings towards each other and liked to flirt. I really feel like Alexis is jealous, they never got to be together, and this is why she's spilling all the tea. Also, why is all of this saved and documented? Do y'all save all of the receipts just in case your BFF dumps you? Anyways, Erica/Valentine's wife Brittany went live the other night. She tried to spill some tea, but it was the most vague spill sesh I've ever seen, and she virtually said nothing. The stream was initially scheduled for August 10th at 9 p.m. on her YouTube channel. That got pushed back to 9:30, then 10:30, then 11:30, then to 12:30 a.m., and she eventually came on at like 1 a.m. People started getting angry and calling her out, and she actually lost hundreds of subscribers because of it.
I was late because it was my birthday weekend and I was out, and then I came home, tried to start 2 laptops, both of which are not working, which is why I'm on my phone. Rebecca, we are not legally separated. I had no idea that I was even being talked about until somebody found me on Instagram, and it was just like out of the blue. They're like, you're everywhere. And then I looked, and then I was everywhere. Miss Morris, yes, you're absolutely right. I was getting played. My intention is not money driven by any means. It's really not. Can you tell us who that whistleblower was? Yeah, they were on a fake Instagram account, and when they first messaged me, it was balls in your mouth 7777, and then they kind of changed it to an emoji with like the speaking emoji or the screaming emoji. And I asked them a couple of times, I'm like, can you at least just like tell me who you are? And they never would. So I have a feeling that it was either, who was the one that everybody was complaining about? I think it was Salty Crab. It was either somebody from Salty Crab or somebody who runs the Despicable Moments page, because everything we talked about would get spread around pretty quick. I was really focused on trying to let Erica have her say-so in what was going on. And then I started learning things that I did not know about. Pretty much everything that I did not know about. Here's the thing. Everybody's like, you two started this. You two, and everybody's throwing me in the mud with Erica and Amber. So the initial contact with Amber, yes, absolutely, I knew about. We had been watching her for, I'd say, a good 5 years. Initial contact was made sometime in August of last year. So I told Erica, I'm like, why don't you message her? And, she was one of our favorite YouTubers. We've been watching her for years. And she messaged her, and when I tell you, like, literally less than 10 minutes, there was a response. Less than 10 minutes. And I specifically remember I was sitting in my hot tub, and about 5-10 minutes later, Amber was wanting to exchange phone numbers. So I'm like, cool, y'all have a phone conversation. Okay, that was it. Friendly, tell me about yourself. Cool, oh my God, that was it. That is where I thought it ended. 2 months later, which was about November, I realized that they were still talking, and that is when I reached out to Zachary Michael with no avail. So I was like, look, this is not cool. You're still talking to her. I had no clue that they were doing whatever disgusting shit they were doing. So when everybody says, you knew about it, you were a part of this whole thing, you were trolling her. No, I did not have anything to do with that. Maybe Erica had the intention to troll, but I did not have the intention to troll anybody. It was supposed to be a friendly conversation in the end. That is not the way it went.
Now Brittany blatantly lies a few times throughout this live stream, and this is just one of them. When she sent me voice notes, she straight up says both her and Erica decided to troll Amber together.
And yeah, we together initiated a troll, and that's what we were doing, just to see if we could get some kind of reaction back, some kind of message, and that's as far as it was supposed to go.
Beep bip, no, I had no idea that Erica had let Amber put her on Life 360. Let me tell you how insane that is, because not only was Amber tracking every place she went and every place I went, she was tracking when we went to my parents. She was tracking when both of us were at work. everywhere, every little move. And she would go and Google places that she didn't recognize. If it popped up on her end, she'd be like, well, where are you at? What is this place? The $2,400 is so fucking embarrassing that I do not even want to have to mention it. The crumble cookie video is probably the most disgusting thing I have ever ate in my life. And I don't ever seen in my life. Let me reiterate that Erica is not a feeder. Let me just say, a lot of the times that I've seen photos, videos, like screen recording goes both ways. I mean, sometimes I didn't know if I was looking at a boob crack or a butt crack.
Amber then shows up in Brittany's stream and says, "You've already lied a few times this stream, so what's the point in this?" Brittany then has one of her mods ban Amber from the stream.
Thank you. I would be really embarrassed to join somebody's live that you pretty much tried to ruin their life, wreck their marriage, and then have the audacity to joke and call yourself Homewrecker Lynn. Like, that's beyond that is just beyond, like, the lowest of low. Boils, commonly known as cellulitis. Those would be golf ball, ping pong ball to softball size cysts that grow in areas that are not washed, not clean, don't see much oxygen, grow bacteria, and then it starts in the hair follicle and it turns into a big old mass that a doctor has to go in and lance. And then they pop it. Y'all have seen those popping videos. You pop it and then juice shoots across the room. We know that one of her partners hogged her debit card. Maybe all. No, that says all. Had full access to all the pot of money. Unlimited access to money. Partners that would not work. The toilet paper story. The toilet paper helper was used to hold things when little limbs can't reach. Oh, and apparently it was her idea for some of our bills to stop being paid. Found out about that after about 3 months. So not only were they having an affair, Amber was telling her not to pay our bills. Why would Amber tell her that? Why would Amber tell her to stop paying our bills? Because she had completely planned that Erica was going to move in with her by August 1st. That she was going to leave me a note saying that she had left. Our good friend did say her previous roommate thought it was funny to expose themselves to her when they would come out of the bathroom. Apparently the choking on a potato story wasn't true. So I had some really suspicious Valentine's Day presents this year. So I received an owl for Valentine's Day. And I received a mini bag of cameras. So I don't know if they didn't get out of the house fast enough. Yeah, Raven, I think they were not meant for me. This is what it looked like. So when I took it out, who wants this for Valentine's Day? And I got thinking, what a very odd gift. Did she explain? No, because I haven't even brought it to her attention yet. So funny thing is, the moon picture, I was actually with her when she took that picture. No, Rachel, I didn't act happy about the gift. I was like, I looked at her like, okay. Different, but okay. I haven't seen the moon photo that she sent. The one that I was shown was one that was taken when I was around. So maybe you guys have seen a different one than I have.
The rest of the video is extremely boring, and I fell asleep while screen recording it, but here's yet another lie Brittany tells.
I should have reached out to Karina, and actually, I didn't reach out to reaction channels. They found me. So I just went with whoever came to me first.
Brittany has said multiple times, including to me in my DMs, that she reached out to Zach months ago and he didn't respond. Brittany also came to me in my DMs on Instagram. I did not reach out to her first. Oh, and while they were sending me voice notes, they suddenly popped up in Jordy's stream. So to me it sounds like they were reaching out to any channel that would respond to them, not the other way around. As you can see here, on July 31st at 6:46 p.m, Brittany DMs me and says, "Need to get my story out there." I replied, "Okay, I'm listening. Are you Erica's wife?" And Erica says, "Yep, I need to know what to do from here because I'm being dragged into this horseshit. Can I give you permission to use my story? I will video call you with Erica." And here is Brittany saying she reached out to Zach months ago to no avail.
You know, you're really making it awful hard for anyone to care about what you have to say. Your lack of explanations and vagueness is tanking your credibility. Here's the thing. I don't care. If you don't believe me, don't believe me.
Well, I was never on anyone's side. I think all involved are awful, but because of this live stream, the vagueness and lies, now I don't believe her or Erica when it comes to literally anything they say. Do you? Did you ever believe their side? Brittany also just posted this screenshot this morning showing that Amber is still constantly in her DMs, with the caption, "Who's the crazy ex harassing who?" Constant messages that I just will not entertain.